right here, Wrestlevlogs right here with the hand dog, Johnny. I hope I'm right now.
Hey, I wouldn't blame you, bro. Wouldn't blame you if you would, man.
Anyway, welcome to Wrestlevlogs. It's great to have you here on Wrestlevlogs. Tell the fans a little bit more who Johnny Badgate is.
Well, shit, I'm from South Boston, Massachusetts. That's shoot from Boston. I played football in college for Missouri University, and when that was over, I was like, I'm not good enough to play in the NFL or anything. I never had aspirations to, so I wanted to wrestle. I had an ex-wife. She made fun of me for wanting to do that. So I was like, okay, and that really fucking made me want to wrestle. So I did it. Been working shows about two and a half years now. Just hit the ground running. Just getting booked everywhere. God's blessed me. So I've been pretty much every weekend now for the past, I'd probably say a year or so. So just doing my thing, just wrestling, fucking people up, cheering, screaming Johnny Tom at the top of my lungs,
Tell us a bit more about how the Houston scene has evolved.
Houston barely became a hotbed, like, would you say maybe a year ago, if that?
Yeah, about a year ago.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it was just like, hey bro, let's go to Dallas. Hey bro, let's go to San Antonio. Let's go to Laredo. Let's go to Valley.
The Valley.
Let's go here, or even out of state. It was like, because Houston wasn't a hotbed, and it was just like there was like two notable places to work in Houston. You know what I'm saying? So, but that's changed a lot now. So like I said, I have a double shot this weekend. I have 2 shows, and I just thought about that when I was on my way here. I was like, I have a double shot local. A year ago, I would have never thought that was possible, to have 2 shows in Houston. It's just like, before it's like, oh, I got a double or a triple shot, I'm probably driving 30 plus hours that whole weekend. So it's just, man, it's evolving. You got so many different guys, so many different type of styles. I mean, your boy Principe, he's a lucha guy, and I've wrestled him before. And I got a guy like Jay Davis, who's a powerhouse. You know what I'm saying? You got guys like Jason Sullivan, Mysterious Q, and it's like, you got so much because we're so close to Mexico. So just the infiltration of lucha shows, and luchadors in that style, which is bred with just professional wrestling, the indie flippy style, and luchador wrestling. It's just, I don't know, man. It's no better time just to be a wrestler, just all around the board. You know what I'm saying? Just in general.
How did you inspire you to love wrestling? And what inspired you to be a pro wrestler?
Man, honestly, I'll give you the typical Mark answer. I'm not gonna be like, oh, I love Dean Malenko, watching him trade. He's a great wrestler. You know what I'm saying? Don't get me wrong, but yeah, I was 7 or 8 years old and I saw The Rock on television. Versace shirt, sunglasses, and I'm like, that's what a fucking pro wrestler is. That's what made me like wrestling. That what made me actually like want to wrestle. It's like, was obviously CM Punk, bro. Like, and I don't care what anybody says. Anybody wants to like make fun of people for being a mark. Like, no, fuck that. Like to most indie guys, like I'm a big guy. But when we're growing up, bro, like I would have been considered a small guy. Like I'm 6'1", 240. Like that's a very average sized wrestler for back then. CM Punk weighs a little bit less than me, but he's my size. So that's what made me be like, he was the one that made me think like I could do it. You know what I'm saying? Like The Rock is obviously like, oh shit. Like, but seeing those, just seeing Kenny Omega work, although I work nothing fucking like him. Just seeing that shit, I was just like, oh my god, like that's what wrestling can be. Yeah, man, CM Punk, seeing like quote unquote average sized guys, not ginormous guys that are juiced up to the gills. Just seeing average sized guys wrestling, I was like, dude, like funny. I'm not the biggest guy, but I'm gonna pop a crowd, and I feel like I'm entertaining, charismatic. But you don't gotta be 6'8", 350 pounds, man.
Yeah.
And I think CM Punk really really brought that to the threshold. Really brought that to the threshold. So I definitely would say CM Punk. That's what made me be like, I can do this. Like find a wrestling school. You know what I'm saying?
And yeah, and as we saw on Rampage AEW, CM Punk came back and we're all excited, and he's gonna inspire more people to join the wrestling school and do what they love doing.
And that's a big part. That's a big part to me, bro. Is like inspiring people, like money's cool. Don't get me wrong. Like, who doesn't want to pay their bills and live how they want to live? But like, who have you fucking inspired? You know what I'm saying? That's what a success is to me. You're gonna have on your tombstone like, this guy made $3 million in 1 year. You know what I'm saying? But the amount of people that show up, I want more people to show up than I had money while I was alive at my funeral. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, and that's what I want to do. I want to like inspire people. I want to inspire kids that don't have shit. Like, I grew up poor, I grew up in the projects. I want to inspire like those kids to do something with their lives. If I can just inspire like a handful of kids to turn into a bad path and doing actually something that they love doing, to inspire them, just let them know like, hey, you're the shit. You can literally do whatever you want to do. That's what being a success is to me. And that's like one of my main driving motivations, is to just like inspire impoverished kids. that's straight from the heart. That's a shooter.
All right, so let's talk about training. How did who did you start training with, and how did first day training go?
TASW, Texas All-Star Wrestling. Like, remember earlier I said there's only 2 places in Houston to wrestle. So the Reality of Wrestling, TSW, that was it. And first day of training wasn't bad. I did not have knee pads. That sucked. I'd say probably the first day I got bumping down, and it was like, oh my god, like, you know, you got the bumping down. So the first day wasn't bad at all. It was just, I'd say a couple months into it was when it was just like, I was like, fuck this shit. It's just getting hard because it was like, then I'm just like, you find things, you run into your roadblocks. Like, okay, this is a little harder, that's a little harder. And then I had like, you know, I had a big head. I didn't understand the etiquette of being a wrestler. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've been cussed out by trainers. I've been told to like leave training just because, you know, just my background in football and boxing. It's just the culture's a little bit different. Wrestling is very like, you have to respect your vets no matter what. You know what I'm saying? So that was a little hard, but once people got to know my personality, got to know that I'm a funny guy, I'm great at getting along with, I think that kind of changed people's perspective on me. And at the end of the day, I was like, I just want to fucking wrestle. I was like, I don't give a fuck who fucking hates me. Once I get on shows, that's gonna be a fucking rap. I don't need to have fucking people like me. But fortunately, people do for the most part in the business. You know? But I never thought. I didn't think they would. I really didn't think people would like me. I'll be honest with you, because it was a rough go for my first probably 6 months of training. It was like getting in line, getting ready to warm up for drills, and getting into a drill, kind of hear people. You know, it gets quiet. Yeah, and it's just like fuck. But I was like, I'm just gonna push through, and I relish in it. And then all it took was hanging out with like one person. You know El Silencio? El Silencio worked for local wrestling. He was like, him and my boy Don Vega were the first people to really take a liking to me. And we went out to eat like one time. They got to know me, and after that, it was just like, then everybody started like, you know, it was like, oh, there was no more whispering when I was getting up to do drills. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So that's really what it was. And plus, I had inspirations. I was networking as I was going, meeting people, setting up at this show, meeting this person, meeting that person. I mean, you know it. You know from what you do, networking is what, 90% of fucking wrestling.
Yeah, pretty much. That's one of the ways to go. Important thing.
Yep.
So let's talk about tonight. Wrestlerave.
Ooh.
You have quite an interesting matchup.
So, battle royal for a bottle of Crown Royal.
And it's with the opponents, Jeff Gann, T-Ray, it's yourself in the match, and I say one of the baddest women in pro wrestling, Sadika. Yeah, how do you feel about this match, and how do you, what is your strategy, you know, mind sharing a little bit?
My strategy is just to be Johnny Badgate, bro. Like, at the end of the day, like I told you, I'm 6'2", 240. You know what I'm saying? I'm athletic, I'm decently athletic. I'm just gonna go in there and do my thing, bro. At the end of the day, like, I'm not gonna game plan for anybody. I don't game plan for this person, that person. I feel like I have the skills and the tools to beat anybody on the planet, you know. So I'm not gonna go in there. I don't go in there with a game plan. I'm just gonna be the best Johnny Badgate I can be. You know what I'm saying? And that's all it is. Like, Jeff Gann and T-Ray, those are guys I wanted to wrestle for a long time. When I was traveling around, setting up shows here and there, I was seeing those guys wrestle, and I was like, I want to be at that level. Because they're two of the best in Texas. Sadika's been fucking everything. I mean, come on, GCW, this and that. I have mad respect for her. So I've worked her before, I've tagged with her before, trained with her a bunch of times. I mean, you know, these are all people that I know. These are all people that I know, people that I respect. This is like what I want to do. This is probably the biggest match of my career, if not definitely top 3. And at the end of the day, it's like, how many people can say like the biggest match of their career is also probably like the funnest, like a battle royal for a bottle of Crown Royal.
Yeah.
You know, and we're first, so I relish in that. As a wrestler, you always want to be either first or last. Either you want to set the show off and be like, follow that shit, or you want to close the show and make it main event. Who doesn't want to be the main event? So they trust us to kick the show off and get it going. Where's the EDM concert before or after this?
No, I think it's intermission and after the show.
So we're literally kicking it off. So so I mean, like I said, I'm excited about that. I'm just ready to get in there and just do my thing and just show. I mean, this is a big show. Shout out to everybody that's running Wrestlevlogs. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, showing love to Texas, man. That's the biggest thing, is just getting Texas out there. Because, I mean, you know it. A few years ago, it was like, not even a few years ago, it was like, if you want to make it, you have to leave Texas. And it's not really like that as much anymore. You know, if you want, I mean, if you want to go here, you want to go there, you can. But it's not just like I have to pack up and move to Chicago, you know, or move to St. Louis. It's not like that anymore. And so I think that's a great thing when you can drive 30 minutes. You know, drive 30 minutes for an opportunity. I think that's great. You know.
Okay, so we're gonna start wrapping it up with some few more questions. These are the ones I usually ask about. Dream opponents, who would you like to face, either from Texas or from around the world?
Obviously Gino, the best. He's been the best in Texas since I first started training. Gino, Moonshine Mantell. I was supposed to wrestle with him a few months ago, but that got canceled. Jordan Oliver's a guy I want to wrestle. Yeah, I like Jordan Oliver a lot. Calvin Tankman, AJ Gray. I already got T. Ray and Jeff Gatton there. Shit, man, those are the top guys I want to work. Trey Miguel, ASF, definitely ASF. I mean, he's one of the best in Texas. Definitely top 3 in Texas, I'd say. Definitely.
Yeah, we can't wait to see those matches anytime soon.
Oh, and also, when am I going to get a shout out to Wrestlevlogs title?
We'll keep an eye. I'm still getting. I mean, you're an eye. I have a special list, a special ranking on who gets your shots and stuff.
Hey, don't be scared for your boy, alright? It's just 3 seconds. That's all it takes. I'm not gonna fuck him up too bad, alright?
I mean, as long as the champion's out there representing the brand, that's what I'm looking for.
For sure, man.
Okay, so like I mentioned, we're gonna start wrapping it up. Any advice you want to give out to the people that want to get into the wrestling business, whether it be not just wrestler, but to be a wrestler, referee, announcer, anything involved in the business?
Man, really, just man, eyes open, ears open, mouth shut, eyes open. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't talk over people. Listen to everything. Take everything in a mind. Like, and be nice to people. That's just human being advice, bro. Just be fucking nice to people, bro. Like, all the big names I've met, and I mean the really big names, not just people that think they're big names, have been incredibly respectful and really talk to you like they gave a fuck. You know what I'm saying? So just be respectful, like listen, and just put your all into it, bro. Like, I know that sounds cliche, but that's what you have to, just with anything in life, man. And just always try to get better at everything. And fucking network, bro. Fucking network. Fucking meet people. Get out there. Socialize. And it's easy for me because I like people. You know, I know some people are shyer than me. I was that class clown in school. I like people. I'm a people person. But still, just fucking network, bro. Don't be afraid to hop in someone's inbox. You're gonna get left on fucking red. The most successful people in the world, I guarantee you, have more no's than yeses. There's no way about it. So, and this is the best time to be a fucking indie wrestler, bro. Like, there's so many guys that make a living solely off of wrestling without a contract. There's never been a period of time like that. So, I mean, there's a spot, there's a place for everybody, bro. I mean, you got guys running shows everywhere too. So it's just like, the culture's changing, man. The culture's changing, man. It's not no longer this fucking closed door where you gotta fucking take 100 bumps until you're bleeding from your insides just to possibly get on the show. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
It's just the greatest time to do it.
Alright, so any social medias or fans to follow you at?
Johnny Badgate on everywhere. Just Johnny Badgate, no numbers, no nothing. Twitter, IG, Facebook, everywhere's Johnny Badgate. I'll give up my number, but you know, I can't. You got a Tinder, bro? You're on Tinder, aren't you?
I mean,
He's on Tinder. This dude's on Tinder, bro.
anyways, thank you for.
This motherfucker's on Tinder, bro. Don't let this motherfucker lie to you, bro.
Oh my god, thank you for having me. Thank you for being here on WrestleVlog interviews, Johnny. Oh yeah, I'm all stuttering. Thank you for being here on WrestleVlog interviews, and I really hope to have you back soon.
Pleasure, bro.